Okay, real quick, I'm going to make a little blurb. I don't know, I just really felt led to do this right now. But before my flip video dies, I'm going to make this quick video about if you're new to witchcraft or Wicca or paganism. I'm going to make a longer one later, but I just wanted to make the point. First, learn everything you can get your hands on. Read everything, watch everything, check everything out, talk to anyone you can about whatever it is you're looking for. Witchcraft, for example. If you're looking to get into the craft, talk to everyone, listen to everything, read everything, watch everything, learn every little bit of information you can. Be a sponge. But that said, make sure that you take everything with a grain of salt. Just because someone tells you that north represents earth in the directional elements, that doesn't mean it's set in stone, because there are some people who believe north is air, so everything, just take everything with a grain of salt. And another really big thing is listen to your intuition. If your gut's telling you no, this is wrong, then it is. It's not something you should do if you don't agree with it in your gut, So don't take everything with a grain of salt. Don't take anything as law. Make sure that you're listening to your gut, and just read as much as you can. Be aware. Listen to your bullshit meter. Don't if something's saying, dude, this is somebody they're crazy, high on cocaine. They're just saying everything that they can think of. This is wrong. Just throw it out. Don't listen to it. Another thing, a lot of people, they'll find people who are already in the craft, and they'll be like, hey, will you be my teacher? And they'll say, sure, I'll be your teacher. And you're like, okay, sweet. And you feel like you're doing the right thing just because you got a teacher. But those teachers, you don't know them. And they might be, that's the same person who's sitting on that blog saying, man, things will be so good when I get moved down to my parents' basement and all this stuff. I know I'm always talking about needing to move out too, so that's kind of funny. But if it's somebody who's complaining about life and they're like, oh, well, it'll be better when, you shouldn't go with them, because their life isn't in balance, and they should, they haven't got a hold of their own life. They have no right, no place to come teach you what you're doing, Think about it. Basically, don't trust an unsuccessful witch. If they can't make their own life work, how are they going to make your life work? Does that make, I mean, I don't know, it kind of seems common sense, but when you're in that vulnerable spot of, I need information, I need to know what I'm doing, I know it's kind of hard to do, to sit back and look at it and say, I don't need their advice, So that's just something I wanted to throw out there. Make sure you take everything with a grain of salt, read everything you can, do all your research before you commit to anything. Don't go out and, some people are like, oh, this is cool, after reading one book about witchcraft or something. They don't, it might not have even been a good book, but they were like, oh, that's cool, that's some ideas I like. I'm gonna go do some, like, that crazy blood ritual that was in that book, and, cut myself up and bind myself to this and that. Don't do stuff like that, know what you're talking about and what you're saying you believe in before you say you believe in it. So yeah, that's my little blurb. I'll make another video about this, but just, when it comes to stuff like this, be careful, because this is your spirit you're dealing with. This isn't, I don't know, who you're gonna give your old clothes to. I don't know, it's a big deal, and a lot of people don't really stop and think about it. They get too excited and they want to jump into something head first, and they don't even look what they're jumping into. So, that being said, be careful what you're doing. If you, on the other hand, if you do find someone who's a great person and they'll be your teacher, that is awesome. There's nothing wrong with teachers. Everyone has had a teacher at some point in time, whether it's, for the craft or for, English. We all have teachers doing something. Riding a bike, learning martial arts, whatever. Everyone needs teachers, whether you need them to tell you every little thing about what you're learning, or if you just need help now and then. It's not a bad thing to get a teacher, so, But okay, I'm rambling. Alright, thanks. Blessed be. Be careful.